Augustine Ramos is wrong about trucking. And in this video, I'm going to share with you why I think he's wrong. And also, I'm going to preach to you about a certain topic. While driving, I was deep in my thoughts and debating with myself whether or not I should make this video. But there's a few things that Augustine Ramos said on his live video that made me think why I should actually post this video. It's not 100% about Augustine Ramos. It's about trucking as a whole. And I can tell you that I don't care if he makes fun of me at all. All I know is that he's going to answer to God like we all answer. Because what I'm about to tell you is actually coming from my profession of faith, which I am freely allowed to express in America because we have the freedom of speech to do so. So I was watching Augustine Ramos's live video when he was reacting to This Guy Trucks. Now, we're not going to talk about This Guy Trucks much at all. All I'm going to say is Augustine Ramos was reacting to This Guy Trucks about his situation. He was saying that This Guy Trucks was making a big fuss about being over the road and never getting home time because he always wants to be with his kids. And this led Augustine Ramos to saying that if he had kids, he would not be trucking. He would be either some kind of construction worker, some kind of local gig, and he'll have to be careful with it. He was telling basically all the truckers in the trucking community that if you have kids, don't do OTR trucking, which in a sense he's right, but he's also wrong. And also he mentioned that there was some guy that basically, I believe the guy went and did a school shooting, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this on YouTube, but I have to bring it out in context here. He was saying that that specific person didn't have a father figure in his life, and that's what ended up having him do that. And that's why he was saying like this guy's trucks, which his name is Josh, by the way, may have this issue of his kids. And the reason why he may have this issue is because he's not home for his kids all the time. And he was saying also, Augustine Ramos was saying also that if he would have done better choices, he would have not been a trucker. And that's like a lot of us are truckers because of our choices, which in a sense he is right, but at the same time he's wrong. Some of us are kind of born into it. I'm a second generation trucker. I have trucking in my blood, okay? I have no regrets trucking. Now, did I have a choice to try to become something else? Yes, I did, and I made the choice of becoming a trucker. Do I maybe want to try something else? Yes, I do. But as of right now, trucking is what I enjoy the most. And it's not like I'm being forced to truck. I actually enjoy it, and I can have lots of different job opportunities and lots of different things I want to do with trucking as a result. Now, about Augustine Ramos saying that a truck driver with kids should not be doing OTR. Let me first tell you, I know a few people that do OTR and have kids, and they turn out just fine. You know why? Because they have Jesus in their life. They have Jesus in the center of it all. Okay? That's number one. If you have Jesus in the center of it all, and pray for your family, and fight for your family, chances are you will have a godly, growing family under your care. If you fear God, you will have a godly, growing family under your care. If you rely on Jesus, there will be problems. I'm telling you, there will be problems. But chances are you will have a successful family. And a lot of the people that I know that do OTR are home more than on the road, or half. Some people, for example, I'm just saying, I may or may not know them, may be out on the road for 2 weeks and back home for 2 weeks and make enough money to sustain a family. Why? Because a lot of them live in a place where the cost of living isn't high. In California, you can't do that. Now, I may be attacking Augustine Ramos a little bit here for him living in California, but I know there's truckers out there that can make it work even living in California and have plenty of home time with their kids. A lot of them could be fuel haulers, okay? And a lot of them could be regional. And a lot of them can also take their kids out on the road with them. If you have a passenger waiver and passengers are allowed in your truck, why not? Take your kids. You can take even your whole family there. I've talked to a truck driver once, and when I was getting into trucking, I was like, have you ever seen a whole family come out of a truck? He's like, yeah, I've seen a whole family come out of a truck, like the mom and 3 kids and the dad who's trucking. So it's not impossible. Yes, it can be tough, but it's not impossible. Now, before we continue, I'm going to defend Augustine Ramos a little bit here. He says that a lot of people hate because they don't like his content. That's true or false. Some of the content he does post actually makes sense, but some of it is just kind of questionable, but it's a bit mix of both. So I give him props for that. But I do want to say, if you have kids, work it out with your job where you have home time. Find a local job that pays good. Not necessarily a garbage truck driver. A lot of garbage truck driving positions in most states pay trash. You will be underpaid. You may as well go work at Walmart instead of being a truck driver, because that's how low some garbage truck companies pay. You may want to consider being a dump truck driver. You may want to be a fuel hauler. By the way, Augustine Ramos, fuel haulers make a lot of money. If you get with the right gig, you can make $100,000 a year as a company driver, as a fuel hauler. Circle K pays that much to their top driver. And then, like I said before, you can always take your kids trucking with you, or even your wife and kids trucking with you. Now, as for my example, I will probably be going back out on the road pretty soon. I'm not going to be local anymore because I want to go out there and see if I can make the money, because Trump's back in office and all these tariffs are supposed to boom and make the trucking economy skyrocket up with more loads. So I'm going to go out there and try it out. But I'll be trucking with my wife. As a matter of fact, I don't know which direction we're going to take it. I might make money, settle down, and go back to a local gig. I might make money and go buy my own truck all out. And I might make money, and I might, if God ever gives us kids, because it's all in God's plan, me and my wife, we want to truck together with kids, either in a regular size sleeper truck or in a sleeper truck with an ARI sleeper, which is basically a huge RV sleeper. Okay? Now, why is Augustine Ramos wrong about this? Because there's so many trucking opportunities. You don't have to result in some other minimum wage job or a garbage truck driver. Heck, he works at JB Hunt as a regional driver, from what I understand. He could probably work it out with JB Hunt if he had kids to be home every night, especially in California. There's tons of job opportunities for that. You do not have to leave trucking just because you have kids. The bottom line, whether you're out on the road for 3 to 4 weeks and home 1 to 3 weeks at a time, the bottom line is this: you got to have Jesus in your family. That's the only way. And you got to be a prayer warrior. I'm preaching to myself right now. All those who are watching this video right here, I may not get a lot of views. I'm actually hoping for views, but this might make me lose subscribers. I'm doing it for myself and preaching out to the world, saying that if you have Jesus in your life, it doesn't matter how long you're away from your family and how long you're back with your family. If you're a praying man, okay, if you're a prayer man and you have Jesus in your life, your family should succeed, especially if you're a godly man, and pray for your family and guide them to the right path. With Jesus in your family, you can always work it out to be with your kids at home and have more home time. Trust me, it works like that. If you have Jesus in your life, everything should work out. Not saying there's going to be no problems. Of course there's going to be problems. Satan's out there to try to steal you and your family and everything that you hold near and dear for you. But if you are a prayer man and have Jesus in your life, in the end, it will work out. And on a side note, Augustine Ramos, you're a better truck driver than Alex the trucking guy. Not canceled. Guys, I'm Eddie B. 2004 turn right. This particular package, drive an attempt on the 6 Series.